Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Evie at Turquesa Dot or Evie Turquesa Dot, and I am back to share the new pages that I created. I didn't have a chance to film yesterday, so these are the last 3 pages that I made. So on this facing page, I decided to do a collage of different things, and I used a napkin here, and then a whole bunch of washi tapes that I had for a long time. I think these are Tim Holtz, but they're very old. And then I just added some chit chat words from Tim Holtz. So it says, trust your crazy ideas, creativity takes courage, and do what you love. And this one is, see possibility everywhere. So that's a little collage mismatch of tapes. And here I remember to play. And that is all surrounding the little napkin that I used there. There's also some washi tape, and for the actual word of that day, I used some doors, as if you would have to open the doors to see what's in my mind. So when you open the doors, it reveals all of the ideas that are in my head at the moment. So I've used little post-it papers, like little post-it notes. I've cut them, and it's like a little bulletin board of ideas. So they're all surrounding this. And then I have my words, because I used imagination, and it's imagination and idea were the words for inspiration. So I created myself with like my hair up with a little bun at the top, and I'm looking at all of the possibilities that I have. And then in here I've placed some extra little things that I wanted to keep private of ideas that I have. And then this is just a part that has another nice piece of the dictionary. I just love that it starts, good teacher uses many illustrative examples. So Illustrator, it just has to do with like the things that I like right now and in my life as a creative mind. So that's what I did with the word idea, and I also used imagination as part of it. So those are the doors that reveal it, and you open them. And then it's just scrapbook paper with these 2 little pieces of metal that I've created as doorknobs. And then you pass the page, and the next word was jellyfish. So I've done a jellyfish lady, and I've used some of the eyelash trim for the tentacles going down, but they're also her hair, and she has like a jellyfish top as her hat. And from the angle that you're looking at, you can see that I still have to paint all of that in the purple, because you can see the foam. But I've also incorporated some sequins in the back, and then for that background I painted it all in a dark blue. And then I've used this Ranger's dye ink pad that Betsy sent me, and I've incorporated this set of stamps. So I use this one. I use this one that I think Marla sent me a while back from her stash, and that's like incorporated like back here. And then I've also used this one, which was more of a solid. So that's how I created all the texture in that background. And then her, I just painted her in a separate cardstock and then cut it apart and placed it on the page. But that's what it looks like. And I still have to do that because I hadn't seen that it was peeking through. Probably expand it later, and I need to paint that so that it doesn't show. And then the last one that I worked on last night was inspired by the word kerchief. Kerchief? Like handkerchief? So it's right there at the top, and I've used some stencils for the background and then some stamping to create layers. And then I've made her and the other lady facing her. So what I used for that background was this stencil from Americana. It's called Pixelated. And I've mixed that one up with the stencil's actually drying still, but I used this one here from Americana. It's called Dangles. And on top of that, I stamped this image, and I also incorporated this one. Okay, so you're going to see it like creating texture in the background in different areas. I just repeated those, and that's on top of another old scrapbook paper. And then I gessoed the areas for both of their faces and bodies, and I painted with watercolors on top of that. But the main challenge for me and why I picked the word was because I liked the image on the dictionary, and I wanted to work on the folds and the texture of creating fabric. So I wanted to experiment with that, and that's what I did there. So there's one on her neck here, like hanging on the back too, and then folded and tied towards the front, and then the other one's being worn by the girl. I still need to finish her eyes because I'm working on this area here, and I have to work on the highlights and the colors on the pupil. But it's looking okay so far, and I just thought I'd stop by and share that with you because I hadn't made a video for a couple of days because I was working on this and other things here in the house. But I wanted to stop by and share. So besitos to all, hugs and kisses. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, these are just different browns that I used to stamp, and then I used the color pencil to retouch some of the areas that weren't covered. But that's as far as I got last night, and I still have to go in this area here to work on the eyes. But I just wanted to say hi and show you what I've been up to, because I don't know how much more I'm gonna be able to do in the next few days. We're preparing to go on a trip, and you know how that is. But I'll be back as soon as I have something new, and hope you're enjoying this. Thanks for your comments and your visits, and I hope you're having a wonderful week whenever you see this. Take care. Besitos. Bye bye to all.